Hello, what we are going to discuss is Section 20 GBH evaluation. Okay, the first issue I would talk about is the fact it's a 5-year sentence. This is the same as ABH, yet GBH is more serious. Why is this not reflected in a longer sentence? Remember, with evaluation, you can pose questions and not answer them. The second point I've put is the Offences Against the Person Act is over 150 years old. Old-fashioned words are used like grievous, bodily harm, maliciously. So judges now, these days, have to fill in the gaps for Parliament and they have to update the law to fit modern society. The next issue you can talk about is the fact that a wound can be fairly minor, yet the defendant is being convicted of a serious offence. So a wound only has to break the continuity of the skin, yet here they are with a possible GBH conviction. It's also, I think it's a good thing the law considers the impact on the victim. Remember Bolam, it was the bruised baby. So if you bruise a baby, it's going to be much more serious. So I think that's good. We're looking at it from the victim's point of view. The next issue I mentioned, these are in no particular order, maybe structure them slightly differently. The defendant only has to have mens rea for some harm. So the actus reus is wounding or causing or inflicting grievous bodily harm, serious harm. So the actus reus is serious harm, yet the mens rea, you only have to show intentional recklessness as to some harm. So this means the actus reus and the mens rea don't match. The actus reus is more serious than the mens rea. So that's confusing. The next issue I talked about was DICA. It expands the law. It's a modern interpretation of bodily harm. We're now including biological harm. Rightly so. If you know you're HIV positive and you give it to somebody, I think you should be guilty of GBH. Burstow, again, expanding the law, fitting with modern society. It allows serious mental harm. In 1861, very little was known about mental harm, so judges are adapting, which is good. Malicious, the word maliciously, this is the mens rea for Section 20. In criminal law, it doesn't mean wicked, but the jury might interpret it as such, and the judges said maliciously is a term of legal art. What are they talking about? So it's a term of legal art that means subjectively reckless or intentionally. And in 2015, the Law Commission suggested that Section 20 GBH should be changed to reckless serious injury. I think that's really straightforward. As long as the jury know what reckless means. So it would have a sentence of 7 years. This is the proposal. So that's really important, 7 years, because it distinguishes it from ABH. ABH, the proposal is 5 years, as it is, at the moment, 5 years. But this reckless serious injury, clearer offence, and you're not using old words like maliciously, and it would be 7 years. Okay, the next video will look at Section 18.